Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get it off my chest. Oh, I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, you don't want to see me when I'm gone.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in downtown New Orleans at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Ready to break. Check, Mike 54. Mike 54. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
45, 45, Mike, 45. I got you. Hit it.
Now a play fake, and here's Locke. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Shotgun snap to Locke. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
I'm just learning how to spell analytics, and I need to get that down because it's going to be a huge part of the NFL game going forward. I think that was the call there, trying to go for 2 after that touchdown.
Yeah, opening drive, you not only do you get the 6, but fully seize momentum with the 8, and unfortunately they couldn't do it.
I think they were trying to gain that huge advantage, not just on the scoreboard, but mentally. I just wonder if that backfires a little when they stop you.
Down. 50, plant. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, good. Hey, exit. Check Michael out. Check Michael out. Stop your whine. Ready?
On first and 10, Herbert. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Check 15, check 15.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but it definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
Check Mike 11, check Mike 11. Get it.
To throw on 2nd down. Herbert. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Ready up. Check Mike 11, check Mike 11. Here we go. Strong right, strong right, strong right. We got 3, fellas, we got 3. 6-6, pull it high. Let's go.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Pilot, 64, weak. Ready to go. Switch. Hey, check Mike 11, check Mike 11. Nice, sweetheart. Protein spill.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Boswell's kick is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So the field goal that cuts the lead in half as they, too, are able to get some points on their initial drive of the game.
Yeah, all in all, a pretty positive response, right, to the points that were scored against them. And they got a little help from their opponent anyway. Missed the conversion, so now they're just 3 back.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
On the ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Tight twist on Travis.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Kamara. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
91.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 9.
Play action. Now it's Locke. Looking long for Thomas. It's caught inside the 25. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Locke. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. K.D. Cannon with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Locke working out of the gun. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. Dances by him. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Got it.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
At the Saints 48-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, Herbert. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Check. Look at me. Door. Switch. Check 43. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Chance, let's go.
On 3rd down, Herbert. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Hey, check one.
On 4th down, Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. He'll let this go for the end. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After the turnover, here's Locke. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Let's go now. 50, plant. It's just me and you. Hey!
On play action, Locke. He's going to look deep down the field. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
You got tight. Right there. 36. Now.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. A first down run not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert. Gets it off to Freeman. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Back to throw. Herbert, he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Orbit. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this. Let's go.
To throw on 2nd down. Herbert. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting.
Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
First and 10. At their own 33-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
26 Mike, 26 Mike. It's going to be a long day. Hey, echo. It's going to be a long day. 26 Mike, 26 Mike. You.
They fake the handoff. Now Locke. Incomplete. That's Cannon. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a big third down conversion with a gain of 28. Block off of play action.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
15 yards, first down, Atlanta. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Come on, set. Ready to stop. Hey, Charlie. Get it.
Looking to throw on second down. Herbert. Dancing to his left. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off at the 30. He was trying to hit Thomas that time.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll run here with Freeman. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Again, it'll be Freeman. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. Third and goal.
Check, 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 check. Get the edge, get the edge. Come, come.
They'll try and run. Freeman. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. Well, if this defense can hold him to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with first and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
Check back 11, check back 11. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Kill, 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 kill. Check the backer. Go.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on fourth down. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up fourth down. And Boswell's kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one.
Bravo! Go! Go!
Off the play fake. Block. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play there just before halftime. And even 40 yards. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a one-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. This complete to Jones. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down. This quarterback now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Herbert. Flushed out right. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. He got 29 yards that time. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 23. From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
You gonna see me in your nightmare, son. You gonna see me. Hey, wahoo! Get it.
To throw on 2nd down. Herbert. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jordan. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Go now. Tell Nova. General West. Hey, check Michael. Smooth. Let's go deep.
Throwing on 1st down. Herbert buying time to his left. That's complete right around the 8. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Falcons have taken the lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Come on,
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Go. Kill.
Off play action. Block. Looking deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On the ground, Kamara. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first, thanks to a flashy little spin move. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
That's good for the Saints. First down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, alert three. Go.
On the ground, this is Kamara. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
Second and 10.
Topper.
Throwing on second down. Lock. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
Hey, zoom. 5.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lock. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
I'm ready.
Check
Mike 54. Got to do better. 61, matchbox lights. Ready?
They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. They go with Murray again. Murray has the first down and more. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup, first down, New Orleans.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Off the play fake. Lock. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Lock now, hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far, 1st and 10. Off play action. Lock. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. Dan Quinn's told his offense, let's try and get 2 more.
Hey, team 6.
They're going to try and run. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
64, weak.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Hey, lock it.
They'll run on first down. Freeman. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Showing it. Showing it. Protein spell. Let's go.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Check 25. Check 25. Greystone, Travis. Hit it.
Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. As his guys are in for 6. And the Falcons have once again taken the lead. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Hey, high 7. Check Mike 11. Check Mike 11. Go. Ready.
From the gun, Herbert. Being chased, and he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Alpha.
On first down, Locke. He spins free. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
General West.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll run. This is Kamara. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 32-yard line. Locke now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Locke. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Takk McKinley. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Off play action. Locke. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game.
Hey, echo.
Off the play fake. Locke. And he comes back with one complete. 17 there and a New Orleans first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
I got you. 45's the mic. 45's the mic.
Off play action. Locke. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Thomas the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Off the play fake. Locke. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Takk McKinley. He continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Here's Locke to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
It'll be a loss of 1.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
After the penalty, here's Freeman. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Freeman again. And they'll get him down up past the 15.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
It's a gain of 10. First down.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On 1st down, it's Freeman. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. A 20th carry now for Freeman. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
Check back 11. They're not ready for this. Hey, wahoo! They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
Off play action. Herbert going for Metcalf on the deep. He's got a man. Complete. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. DK Metcalf, 84 yards. And the Falcons push further out in front.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Block now to throw. Forced out to his left. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain there of 30 big ones. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
A big-time play there for New Orleans. 46 yards. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strike.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. Not that time for Watkins. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Atlanta, the win gets them back to 500 at 6-6 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Saints, it's a loss that could wind up costing them a first-round bye as they dip to 9-3. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.